Last year, we reviewed the Lift eFoil, the world's first electric hydrofoil surfboard. Today, we're back looking at the latest 2020 lineup of the boards from Lift. We took a trip down to Puerto Rico, the home base of Lift, where all the boards are designed and assembled. First up, let's talk about what's new with the 2020 boards compared to last year's models. For 2020, Lift added 2 additional sizes. Last year, there were only 2 options, a 5-foot and a 5'6" board. Now, you have the option of choosing between the 4.4 Pro, the 5.0 Sport, the 5.6 Cruiser, or the 6.2 Explorer. The size of the board makes a big difference in how it rides and the level of difficulty, but we'll talk more about that when we get to the ride testing. Looking at the shape of the board, there's a clear difference in the nose with the new model. It's shorter and has a more rounded nose, which makes the board even more nimble and easier to carve. The board construction makes it even more durable, which we'll talk more about later. This year, Lift also introduces updated paint finishes on the new boards, along with a clear coat in certain parts like the logo to show off the carbon fiber build underneath. They also added a brand new color in blue, which is our favorite one. It looks sleek and makes the board really pop. Lift also made some improvements to the internal compartment of the board. In last year's model, the battery was held in place with a strap, and the enclosure had square cushions on the side. With the new setup, the battery is placed inside with a twist latch that holds it in place. Looking at the construction of the board, this is where the new models really shine. They are still made of full carbon fiber, including the body, mast, and wing. The new shape and design of the board makes it even tougher than last year's version. When we were testing the new boards in Puerto Rico, we accidentally rode in a shallow spot and hit the wing on the ground going pretty fast. Even after that crash, the wing, mast, and board were still intact without any cracks or dents. Lift also adds new wing sizes this year, offering a 170, 200, and 250 surf wings. The wings are an important aspect to how the board rides and the way it carves. Larger wings provide more stability when foiling. A larger wing will also be better for beginners, giving it more surface area underwater. A smaller wing will be more nimble, faster, and quicker to carve, but also reduces stability. In terms of riding, the new board sizes also make a huge difference. The 4.4 Pro picks up a lot more speed, and the reduced weight and short nose allows for quicker carving and faster turns. It gives room for a lot more progression, though definitely recommended for more seasoned or progressive riders. Because the board is much smaller, there is a larger learning curve for getting up on the board and finding the right amount of weight distribution. The smaller board is also recommended for riders only up to 200 pounds. On the opposite end is the 6.2 Explorer, which is the largest board and perfect for beginners looking to stand up, get lifted, and comfortable riding the board. With the 6.2 board, just about anyone can get going on their first ride. It's also big enough to have multiple people on the board at the same time, or even bring your dog along for a ride. In the middle of the pack are the 5.0 and the 5.6 boards, which are overall great sizes for both learning and offer plenty of progression. The 5.0 is recommended for riders up to 220 pounds, and the 5.6 up to 240 pounds. We bought a 5.0 board last summer, and having taught many of our friends and family, it's a great all-around board for different types of riders. Having the opportunity to ride the new 4.4 Pro in Puerto Rico, it quickly became our favorite size in the lineup. If you're under 200 pounds and don't plan on teaching others, it's a great option. Keep in mind you can also get different size wings for each board. Riding the 4.4 board with a 170 wing is a different ride than putting a 250 wing on it. Another important aspect for the board size is where you plan on riding it. For a lake with calm water, a smaller board will be easier to learn on and progress quickly. For the ocean, where there is more chop, a larger board will be more stable. But if you plan on eventually surfing waves, the 4.4 will be your top choice. Speaking of surfing, Lift also added a new folding propeller this year to the lineup. It allows a rider to release the throttle and glide into the swells. The propeller's 2 blades rapidly fold back, reducing drag through the water when no power is applied. For the price point, it hasn't changed from last year, and it still starts at $12,000. The boards are the same price regardless of the size. The folding propeller is an extra $795, and you can buy extra wings between $795 and $845, depending on the size. Although the price is still steep for this board, the Lift team is also using the highest quality materials and technology to make a durable product that is an investment that will last you a long time. If you want to learn more about the eFoil and how it's built, along with the background behind the company and the inventor, be sure to watch or listen to our podcast with Nick Leason, co-founder and CEO of Lift Foils.
I really built foils day in and day out for years. Like, I was here in the shop building everything from scratch and just learning about wings, learning about wing design, learning about the construction. Just 5 years, day and night, no breaks, no weekends, no nothing. It was just obsession, complete obsession. And